Number for what? Number for what? Well, speaking of numbers, I don't know if I've ever told this story actually, which is weird because I've told this story a lot in my personal life. Have I ever told you guys? I ever told you guys that for like 6 or so years of my life, I had the phone number? You know what? This kind of ties back into the story about my neighbors. For like six or so years of my life, I had like the phone number of what I'm pretty sure was a major scam artist. Like, you know that thing when you get a new phone and you get a new number, sometimes it'll give you an old number that's been like deregistered or whatever. And, you know, like someone had the number before you. So keep in mind, this was like my first phone ever. So imagine, take my supposed age into account in regards to the story, okay? But for like 6 years of my life, I would get random calls, often with like loud club music in the background from different guys, either asking for candy. I think the other name they asked for was something like very, very, very normal. I don't remember it. I remember candy, but I don't remember the other name that I would get. I'd get texts too from random men, either asking her out for dates or like being like, hey, we met at a club last night. And then these eventually turn into debt collection calls. No, this was not a stripper. This is a stripper number, guys. This gets much more nefarious. This gets infinitely more nefarious than that. So these eventually like turn into debt collection calls or calls from like car salesmen about like defaulted payments and loans. And I think I eventually had like a full conversation with Candy or whatever's relative at one point, because I remember it was like a long weekend. It might have been Canada Day now that I think about it. I don't think it was, but it might have been Canada Day. I got his text basically being like, hey, happy Canada Day. We haven't seen you or heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well. What are you doing to celebrate? And so I have this like, so personally, I have a horrible habit of not saving names and numbers in my phone. I think I have like, to this day, I have like 3 numbers saved in my phone, and it's like Motherbug, Elderbug, and Ember. Okay? So I just responded to the text message saying something like, happy Canada Day, I'm mowing the lawn, because I was mowing the lawn or doing chores or whatever. And we went back and forth for a while until I realized the person that was trying to text me, or the person that was trying to text, the person I was texting was not trying to test me. Anyways, Anyways, the cause eventually escalated into demands for me to meet them in seedy parts of like the city or come out to a club at 2 a.m. in the morning, and the calls became like much more aggressive. So that's when I decided to switch my phone number. But it became a very, very good story to tell people.